Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. Sims 4 video. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm not, so it's just a random speed build. 702 ZenView in San Myshuno. It's an apartment. My least favorite apartment, one of them. I wish I felt better, I really do, but the pollen count here is through the roof. We have a maple tree right in front of the house. It's not helping. And I can feel the migraine coming on. So I want to get this out of the way before I end up in my dark cell curled into a tight ball. I am so sorry, but this is the best I can do. I mean, this isn't horrible. I do this as often as I can. This playthrough, it's just too long and I can't stare at a screen. I'm wearing sunglasses and I have it's called a nightlight, but it's a blue blocker. I have that set 24 hours just to save my eyesight in my head. And it's still not working. I can only stare at the screen for so long. And then everything just goes. But I don't want to discuss that. I don't want to carry on about that. I have seasonal allergies. I have sinus issues that affect me about probably 9-10 months out of the year. That's why I always sound horrific. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is what the apartment looks like. I think that this one is just built odd. It's oddly shaped. The room selections, I just don't think they function well. I don't get it. So I think the last time I did this, I just completely tore it apart. I took all the walls out that I could and I just revamped the whole thing, and even that didn't work. I messed around with the balcony and everything. This time, I left the structure as is. I wanted to widen the stairs though and try to turn it on an angle. It just didn't work out. So I left everything the way you see it. I just redecorated to the best of my ability. And you'll notice there were a few mistakes. I shouldn't say this, but please forgive me this time. I told you my brain doesn't function well in a normal situation, and this is not a normal situation for me at the moment. I feel like I'm losing it, and I know I'm not. I have to keep reminding myself, no, you're not losing it, you're just very ill right now. I messed up the bathroom on the second floor. I didn't even bother changing the flooring, but I don't think it mattered because it was still tile. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I'm not a fan of hardwood in a bedroom, no, in a bathroom, or even in some cases in a kitchen. Now, I know it's a thing, and I know a lot of people have it, but I can't wrap my head around the concept of having real wood near water. I can just imagine what it will look like 5-10 years down the road, all warped and gray and disgusting, unless you stay on top of it with chemicals. And I'm not a fan of chemicals, so going off on a tangent here, and I apologize, but that's why I avoid wood in those two rooms in particular. Not always, but most of the time. And that's just like, I wouldn't call it a bad habit, it's just a habit. I avoid putting wood in those two rooms because that's the way I think. And it's dumb. Now, another thing I want to point out, I think it's weird. These windows along this one wall here, you can change, you can delete, you can do anything you want with them. But you can't touch any of the other windows. And maybe it's because the balcony is kind of sunk in. However, it does line up with every other floor in this building. I didn't care. The only thing I cared about is keeping the outside as neutral as I could. I did change the color of the door and the two windows. I think there's 2 or 3, maybe I only did 2. But everything on the other side and the second floor, you can't touch them, you can't move them, you can't do anything with those windows. So they had to stay. I also wanted to remain as neutral as I could. Now, again, it's been some time since I lived in an apartment, at least a decade. And I have never known an apartment manager or complex that allows you to touch their walls. And by that I mean painting it, adding removable wallpaper, anything like that. You're not allowed to do that. And since these are apartments, again, thinking realistically the way I do, because I'm dumb that way, I wanted to keep these walls at a neutral color like normal apartments do. And then I thought, no, stop being stupid. So I think the first floor is a little normal. And then I went a little cuckoo upstairs. Well, I did give the dining room some wallpaper. It's a mishmash, that's all I can tell you. But it's colorful. And I also noticed that I went back to my orange and yellow and red color scheme. I don't know why I'm on that kick. It's weird. They're just very appealing colors to me right now. I don't know why, but I like this. I think it turned out very charming. I gave that little wall there just a block, kind of block the entrance, give it a little bit of privacy. The only thing I kept to the norm of the building was the balcony outside. I tried to stick with those colors. And yes, I was curious. I always forget to do this when I'm doing these apartment builds. What is the scene like from the window? I hope you don't mind, but I checked it. Like, what are they looking out at? What do you see? So this area I just turned into a dining. I wanted it to be like a little gathering room, family room type, where you would eat in a formal setting, but you could also lounge. And I just couldn't fit them both in. So that idea had to be scrapped. I don't know what they're looking at here. This is a different area from where you go to for the festivals. Had to include Bob and my butterflies. I love those. It's... I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I wish you guys would tell me if I'm doing good or bad in the comments, but you know what? If you don't want to, that's fine. Yeah, see, everything out here was black and white, and I didn't want to deviate from that. So I left things as neutral as I could. I mean, I could have completely gotten rid of this and made it just a bigger room. Yeah, that's what it looks out at. I do remember being here. I just don't ever remember playing in this area. It's not cheap, I'll tell you. I had to give her a lot of money to get here. But I wanted to come here because I felt like I had given it a bad rap the last time. And when I came back, I'm like, no, I was being very, very honest. This apartment is too dumb. The other thing that threw me, this says 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. It still has 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, well, a bath and a half, whatever. But the other side of this room, I could not get a double bed in there, and I could have swore there was a double bed in there. And I have no idea, and the neighbor has decided to go outside and yell on his phone. I hope you can't hear that while I'm talking. Good gravy. Never failed. I could not get a double bed to fit in there, and maybe I was setting it in the wrong spot, but I don't know. It's all windows on. Oh, well. No. If I had turned the bed, you wouldn't have been able to walk to the end to get to the other side. It had to be against that one wall, and it just wasn't working. Because I did play test this. She can get on that. She can get into the kitchen. She can cook. She can use the half bath. But see this corner here, wasn't there a double bed here? I couldn't get her to use it. So I don't know, maybe it would have to be a twin bed or the bunk beds or something. So I just turned it into an office, but it could still be used as a bedroom. This is the bathroom I kind of messed up on. I gave it wallpaper and then called it a day. I never did touch the flooring, but I think it kind of matches. I doubt it. And I think the shower there is a good one because it offers privacy from that window. Oh my gosh. You know, it was quiet all morning. And the minute I start recording, it's so uncanny how this happens to me. He has to come outside of his house to shout on the telephone. Why? Is telephone an old-fashioned word, I wonder? Probably. I like that rug. But this is probably my favorite room out of all of them. I think this dining room is a little overboard, but I wanted to do that. I wanted to shake things up just a little bit in my videos. I feel like staidness is the thing, and it's driving me nuts. I want to do something different, something quirky, something I've never done before. Now this guy here, I forgot he lived here. He's supposed to be the heartthrob. Everybody wants him, including her, his roommate. So I had my gal move in on him. It's cute. Here she is. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm here. Would you like some fruitcake? Thank you so much for watching this and supporting my channel. Like it if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. Have a great day. Bye-bye.